Hey guys, I have a Pan That Palette update, and I'll try to make this short. I started painting that palette about 2 weeks ago, and I'm doing the Balm's Nude Tude palette. I have found I'm easily bored, okay? Easily bored. But here's where I'm at. I hit pan on this one pretty good. Let me try to get a good angle here. If you can see, this one's panned pretty good. This one, I've got an alright, maybe you can see it better like that. Okay dip in this one, and this one a little bit. This one, I tend to use it over toward this side right here, so it's got a little bit, and that one has a little bit more. This one right here I use as a transition shade, and it's down in there pretty good on that side. And this one too. And I hadn't used this one too much. It's just got a little bit. And this one has got some in the middle. I guess I could have been saying the names. Well, this one's kind of sexy. But anyway, it's like got a little dip in it there, because I usually use it to line underneath here. And then I've hardly even touched this silly shade. But serious, this black one here, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. See how you can see the pan there on that side? And then on that one a little bit, because I use those like as toppers, and sometimes to deepen up, deepen it up a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell, there's not all that much progress. But some of these shades are quite powdery. This white shade, Sassy, is very powdery, and that's the reason why I've hit pan. A couple of the other ones are pretty powdery as well, but, And I've decided that what I'm going to do is I cannot just use this palette. I mean, I could just use this palette, but I can't. I can't just use this palette. So what I'm going to do is in every one of these updates, I'm going to add another one that I'm going to use in conjunction with continuing to pan this palette. Because I might not solely use this palette every day, but I am using it every day, at least in some way. You know what I mean? Because a year is a very long time, and it's been 2 weeks, and I had used this some, but I mean I've really made a lot of progress in it, because the quality of the shades, they're good. It's just, you know what I mean? It's every time I stick my brush in this sexy shade, the liner brush, just to go over it, a bunch of powder kicks up, so that kind of plows through it. But anyway, my whole point of panning the palette is not necessarily to pan the palette, use it all up. It's just to get the enjoyment, get the use out of it. So the little twist is adding other palettes that I haven't used either at all or very much, and then talking a little bit about them too, and how that's been going. So what I'm going to be doing for the next few weeks to a month, I don't know how I'm going to update, but since I had made such progress and hit pan on one, I wanted to go ahead and do this. And since I had this other idea of including this other palette with each one, I figured every few weeks is probably good, because I get bored easily and I like to use a lot of different things. So anyway, so for those of you who are the same way, maybe this is a way that you could do this, but not, just solely do the one palette. You could add other ones in and kind of use what you have, be able to either see whether you want to keep it or not, or, you want to buy a new one and incorporate it in and see if it's worth keeping. If not, you can return it, but you have your trusty one that you're trying to, get through or whatever, if that makes any sense at all. Okay, this little Stila Masterpiece series, it's eye and cheek palettes. It came with a 3, and I got it off of Whole Look for like $5, I think. But I have not used these. I've swatched them, but I haven't used them. This is the volume 1, the Minimalist, and this is a blush, and then it has these really pretty shades. So I thought, especially since I hadn't used this, and I have really been wanting to, you know, use it to see if it's something. I really like the blush color in this one. And this one's the Impressionist Volume 2. And then this one is Volume 3, the Modernist. So I just think that'd be neat. And then we can see how that goes. And I guess just take it from there, if you know what I mean. Because I don't know, I think a lot of us that are really into makeup get bored, you know, and especially if you're still buying stuff. I think this is a good way to kind of check yourself, you know what I mean, before you wreck yourself, like they used to say back in the day. But, you know, it does take a long time to use eyeshadow, but eyeshadow does stay better for longer, you know what I mean? It has a longer shelf life, you know, than a cream shadow or whatever else, foundation, you know what I mean? So I think this is a good way to kind of use what you have and maybe incorporate things that you pick up, or a way to decide whether you really want to keep something or hang on to something you've had for a while, you know, or pass it on to somebody else. So let me know what y'all think, and I'm so excited to see everybody else's progress, and I give total props to everybody who's actually panning a full palette. That just takes some, you know, hardcore commitment. But anyway, I love yous, I appreciate yous, and I will see you next time.